Okay, as promised, a quick view of what I built. This build came together in a hurry. I built it in the last week before we left for vacation, so that is 3 weeks ago. This is a reused body, the cliffhanger body, which is a really nice and strong body. However, it works like a soundbox, so without the body this thing is dead silence, and with the cliffhanger, yeah, it makes a lot of noise, so maybe some of you might have seen it in the video. We are recording this from our vacation in Italy. We are close to Rimini. It is for those with freedom units. It is in the high 90s here in the wind. Close to the caravan in the shade it's 90 degrees. However, which is like 32. Outside on the beach is 36, 37, but this is not Southern California, so humidity is also high, 60–70% humidity. For those who know, they know what that means. It's really hot here. Most of the recordings are done early in the morning or late at night, so I start to feel, I start to understand why Mr. C always gets up early, so he can prevent the high temperatures during the day. So what do we have here? I wanted to make something, so I didn't need to buy a VRD carbon or actual 10 Pro. Wanted to make my own rails as I did for the ReVolt skid forward, but it was too late, so I found these rails on AliExpress, and they were really cheap. They might have been like 25 euros on AliExpress. You can find them probably on Amazon as well, so that's the basics I started from. So I did motor mounting as far forward and as low as possible with this gearbox, and with the motor completely compressed. The right upper link just doesn't hit the motor mount, so this is for me on this setup the lowest I could get the motor in here. This is a portal axle rig. It has the Meus axles or Meus axles, however you want to call them, portals, and that's why I used an 1800 kV motor. It's a 3542 because I have enough room back here. I even have an 1800 SE with me, which also fits in here. So there is enough room to get everything in here. Motor low and way forward. As you can see, we have the usual suspects from the Crawler Canyon, some aluminium, okay, and of course the Velcro. The body is mounted with body clips, but it's also tucked in with Velcro. Battery, this one runs a 4S, an 850 4S is also just with Velcro in here. On the other side you can see V80, printed something to tuck it nice in. It's on the right side, and it gave this setup a perfect balance. We have high clearance links in the front. I mounted them with a bend on the front. Yeah, that seems to be the way it's supposed to be. I usually use the bend closer to the skid. I prefer that setup in the back, in the rear. I kept that setup in the rear because maybe you can or maybe you can't see, but this line, this way of setup follows the axle in the rear really nice, so that's why I kept the bend in the front on the rear links. The shocks, let's talk about the shocks. These are of course the fake Draftex, which we all know by now how we can make them work really well. There are Traxxas packs, seals, what else do we have? Pistons that can convert these fake ones in really nice working shocks. These springs are some of the, this is one of the SE pack, the white one. This is just springs from AliExpress, which you can order with yeah, 10 at a time. They are really cheap. So as you see, I have a lighter spring in the front and a little bit more heavy spring in the rear. I like the way the chassis, the body, the car sits a bit drooped. It's almost full droop in the front, in the rear not, so I do that so these springs have a little bit more left when the weight of the car shifts to the rear while climbing. What else can we say? It's carbon fiber rails. We got some links also from AliExpress. Bumpers, I mean, also AliExpress. These spacers are all just Delrin spacers to keep the weight low. Then the skids is also printed myself together with the sliders. You can see they follow the line of the chassis perfectly. My son happens to be a wizard with CAD programs, so I take full advantage of that. This is a skid plate for a multi-setup. It is printed in PTEG carbon fiber reinforced. Yeah, you can see the abuse on here, but it slides really nice. I did have to be creative because on this chassis the place of the upper front links and the lower front links on the chassis, on the skid side, are really close together, and I had to take out, Dremel out another like 7 millimeters on both sides and be creative. It was also all last minute work, but now they don't touch. There's always 1 millimeter of free space. And whatever I do works really perfect. So I think when it sits really low, the links are as straight as possible, which is like, yeah, the way a VRD or a 10 Pro sits. These sliders and skid plate make it possible to slide over a lot of things. Axles, we have the Meus axles. These are the Portal version. We also have brass. What is this? Portal covers. And this is also brass. What is this called? Yeah, I always forget the names. But this is brass. This is brass. This is brass. That's essentially what it is. The servo. This is a Yipping servo, 70 kg, which I also bought really last minute because I'm used to use 9 iMod servos. And being not long here on these brutal Italian rocks, I already blew one up. Maybe some of you saw it in a live episode from Crawler Canyon. Lucky enough, I have this Yipping spare servo with me, and yeah, so far I'm really happy with it, but so far I'm also more cautious with it. So it's a combination of the two, but it works really well. I know the orange is not correct with all the reds inside, but yeah, it's the one. I have a spare one. It's a black one. In the back, this pumpkin cover is also brass. I don't know how much that does, but it was a combo in the back, and the front was one pack. The axles are, as always, some cheap Injora axles. So how much did I buy for this build? How much did I pay for this build, which works really well? I don't have a real VRD, I don't have a 10 Pro, so I can't compare, but seeing movies about it, seeing videos about it, and then seeing what this thing can do, well, I think I didn't do too bad at all. Well, major costs were the RC 4-wheel drive bully comp tires. Not sure what they were. I think 70 euro for a set. Probably the Meus axles, I can't remember anymore, but I think maybe they were 100 euro for a set. Then we spent some extra money on the brass portal covers and the pumpkin covers, like 50 euros for those things. This engine, 9 mod engine, is probably 25 euros. We all know what a V80 costs. This particular one came with the Flanco, so it's reused. So this particular one came with the Flanco, so it's reused. But a V80 is like 70 euro or something. Shocks are really cheap, 25 euro for a set. And that is refurbished with the Traxxas parts, because I think you need the Traxxas parts, otherwise they are like 15 euros for a set. Springs, yeah, a couple of euros. Body posts, yeah, some minor stuff. I should make a calculation. I probably will drop it in the video somewhere. What else is in here? I don't know how well that shows, but we do have the ReVolt inserts in here. You can see the front already a little bit backed out. That's how we like the front to be. The rears are a lot firmer, you can see, but they also can collapse enough when there is enough weight on them. But they never collapse. They get a bit baggy. Combination in this ReVolt inserts work really well. I like to keep my tires kind of squared. Maybe you can see it a bit. They are a bit squared. That's how we built the ReVolt inserts, because that's how I like them. I know if we have a rounder insert, you probably get a bigger tire and more clearance down here, but my experience so far in this rock crawling thing, the squared inserts gets the tire has more compliance, and that way pulls itself through, so you don't need the clearance, you get the compliance, and that's countering for it. Yeah, if you was wondering if you could do this with the rig, yes, you can do that, it's not a problem. Yeah, what else is there to say? Of course we have the one and only RC4GS, which is a perfect controller, remote control for this vehicle. I only need 2 channels. I have the 3rd channel hooked up to what is it called? Man. I got why it's on the tip of my tongue. Cruise control. Yeah. So the 3rd one is hooked up to cruise control, which makes it easy sometimes. As you can see, with this vehicle we still have a lot of clearance. I would say under the pumpkin is like 5 centimeters. That is 2 inches. 2 inch. Yeah. The skid is like the most forward part of the skid. I'll take the most forward part of the skid is a little more than 3 inch, which is about 8 centimeters. Sit really flat. Yeah. The rear pumpkin is also the same clearance as the front. That's not much any difference. Is there other extra weight in here? Yes, there is. Maybe you can see it. We have these brass rings on the tires, which helps a little bit of front weight. I did weigh the car at home. It was really balanced. It was really nice. I think it is like something 6370 37 6337 with this setup, with this body. I did post a few videos of it, which were not properly edited during because I don't want to spend too much time on a vacation doing that. But there you can see what the car is capable of. Was it in an angle the whole time? Oh, that's gonna be another lovely video then. The body is the body I had with me last year when I was just brand new in crawling. I did a bad paint job in Croatia, so now it's an outside paint job. I started with a layer of silver, Tamiya silver, I think it's PS55, and then some coatings of the paint I used in Croatia, which is some kind of green and black. I did some sanding on the body, something like this to give it some effect, but I did not do this. All this is from the rocks here, and I actually like it, how the car looks now. It's really nice. Stickers are wearing off, but yeah, I'm not really. And also the front, the nose is it's really heavily damaged. Yeah. So this is not the real ReVolt chassis, as some of you were asking about. This is a cheap Amazon chassis, which was perfect to use with forward motor mount gearbox, and I made the best out of it, but I will make my own version of this chassis. Anyway, it turned out pretty good. Did we speak about the wheels? I like these wheels, AliExpress, Amazon wheels, really cheap, 25 euro a set for these 2.2 wheels, and they are easy to mount and remount, but they look also really nice. This one is baptized the team car, the ReVolt team car. The other one with the ReVolt chassis rails is named ReVolt. This is the team car, Team ReVolt car. As it's not a one-man business, my buddy Kenneth is in it as well, as he is a unbelievable, wonderful 3D print master, and he. If any of you ever needs help with 3D printing the inserts we have, or have another question about 3D printing, I can help, but he's the professional. He can tell you a lot about settings and the way, how to use the filament correctly and how to get everything as it's supposed to be. Show it from the back one more time, but of course there is this sticker on here. Yeah, also some nice wear on the body here, so it looks to sit high, but it drives low, and that's what I like. A lot of low and forward weight, not too much sprung weight, so yeah, I love the car. I'll make the edit now and post the video, and I hope yeah, you had something on this video. So let's get back to vacation after this. Okay, thank you for watching this, and see you later.